Hello, dear ones. Do you have any difficulties in understanding your Aries? Then here I am going to discuss the three keys about Aries. So let's start with first key about Aries, okay? The first thing is that they're very intuitive and forgiving people. Aries will be like, I'm intuitive. Yes, definitely. You people are really, really intuitive. Aries are extremely intuitive. But what happens is that they are so much ahead in their thinking that they don't trust the gut feeling many times. They try to just cover it up. And this is where the Aries need to understand that this intuition is very much there inside of them, and they need to use it. Extremely intuitive people, when they will see places, things, they will feel. When they will meet a person, they will feel about that person, and they will get that hint that this person is good, bad, or can I trust this person, or can't I trust this person. So Aries are intuitive, and they're very, very forgiving people also. They will fight, they will get into fights, they will be brash at times, but they forgive. And why do they forgive? Because they're just like children. This intuitiveness in children, like, and forgiveness is also associated with children. If you look at the children, because the Aries are the child of the zodiac. You have to understand that. Now, for example, you see a child, okay, and the child, some guests come to your house. You have invited some people at your place, and when they are over there, the little child will be friendly with some and won't be friendly with the others. And why is that so, my dear ones? Because the child feels, is intuitive, is understanding the energies of that particular person. So some of them, they will kind of repel, while the others, they will go to immediately. So this, in the same way, the Aries also behaves in life, that they're extremely intuitive. So they will speak with everyone. They don't have any problems. They'll just speak with everyone. They will go out. They will have thousands of friends also. They make friends wherever they go. It's very easy for them because they are so open to people, okay? And what happens is that at one point of time, your Aries can behave a bit bizarre regarding some people and will have very strong opinions against them or for them. It's because of their intuition. Then, as I said, they forgive. Just like children, when they fight, and they will just throw the toys and things like that. And afterwards, they just get along well. The subject to which they have to fight, they will fight it only for that much time, and they will not hold a grudge for a lifetime. Like, okay, fine, I am upset with you about this, so I'm going to fight about it, or I'm going to argue, or I will have a heated exchange or an argument with you. And that's it. And then what happens is the partner of the Aries or the loved ones of the Aries, they feel hurt because they are too straight to the point, and they can be quite straightforward. And their point is just around that. And then later on, it's finished. They have forgotten all about it, and they come back to you as if nothing happened because they have forgiven you. But you are still ruminating what was said to you by the Aries. So know that they will forgive you. Whatever it is, they forgive. They have that innocence is there. You cannot forgive without innocence, okay? So that innocence of the child is there, they are okay, fine. You did a mistake, they did a mistake, whatever has happened, and then they will get back to you as if nothing has happened and it's okay, fine. But they will not forget it. They will forgive you, but they will remember that yes, this person can have this particular tendency, okay? Then we go to the second key. Now, the second key is that they can be too focused around themselves to the point that people feel what a selfish person he or she is. Oh, they are just so self-centered. We feel about Aries. Yes, this is one of the, I would say, I've heard a lot about Aries. Like, they are too selfish, they are too self-centered. But once again, I'm bringing you all to one point, my dear ones. If you're dealing with the Aries, definitely they will come across like that. They are quite busy in their worlds, like it's all about themselves, okay? When you will meet them, they will speak a lot about themselves. They might, they love to speak about themselves also many a times. But then it's not bad. They are actually living to their Aries nature. Have you seen a child again? You should just see a child again. Whenever you see an Aries, just look at an innocent child. So the child is doing things, The child is playing the thing with their own toys in their own world, Children can play on their own for very, very long, if you have seen. And they keep on doing things, around. And this is how Aries is. They will be so much inside of themselves, and I wanted to know why they are like that. And then I understand, the more I come to know about them, is that actually Aries are exploring themselves. They are discovering themselves. They are discovering themselves, what is what inside of me. And so that also makes them very intuitive, because if you don't know yourself, you will not know anything outside. You have to see it that way, my dear ones, okay? So the next time you feel like saying, hey, my Aries, you're very selfish, you're very this, you're very that, you have to just say, it's that my Aries is discovering himself or herself. Because it's meant to do that. Living true to their nature is doing things for themselves. And what is wrong in being selfish, if I have to ask? This is how they get ahead in life, because they are focusing on themselves. They are doing things for themselves. Otherwise, what is going to happen, my dear ones, is that usually Aries lead the pack, right? They will always want to achieve something in life. So because of that, it's okay to be selfish for them. And why not? Because they are the first sign of the zodiac. They are the child of the zodiac, I would say. And because of that, that curiosity is there. And that curiosity is not about outside. First, you need to know yourself. And they stick to that I want to discover myself. Who am I? And why am I like this? And this is why they will tend to speak a lot about themselves also. Many a times they can do that. So this is the second key for understanding your Aries. When you feel they're self-centered, they are being egoist, and they are being selfish, and so many tags are being given to Aries. But I really feel that is just that self-curiosity, that self-discovery that is there inside of them, that makes them like that. And then we go to the third point. Well, the third point is that they will always want to lead the pack. Leaders, they want to lead. They don't want to follow. They want to lead the pack. Okay. And to the point that many a times people will find them aggressively leading, they find them like overwhelming or aggressive also. Many a times people can feel like this about them. And then secondly also is that they can come across as very authoritative also. Like, they will be like outspoken, direct. This is the one good thing about Aries. What I like about them is they are very straightforward. Okay, what they have in their hearts, they will nicely tell you. Okay, and afterwards they are fine, and you have to encourage that. Know that you need to encourage that, my dear ones, because if you don't encourage straightforwardness in them, then you will actually lead them on a wrong path. So don't do that, my dear ones of Aries. Okay, so they will like to lead. Okay, and they will come across as some people who are very authoritative, like you have to do it like this, you have to do it like that. So some people, who are the really those, that kind of Aries nature, who I've seen, like brash and very straightforward and leading. So some people can feel, the people who are close to them, at times it's a bit difficult, because it's like you can't help it. It's like at night your child wakes up and it starts crying. Well, you have to attend that child. Okay, so the child is the leader of the house. So in the same way, the Aries is the leader of the house. The Aries will be the leader in the pack of friends also, in the group of friends, in wherever the Aries will go, they will want to lead. And it's not, in a way, it's a very sweet way of looking at it also, because you should see how they lead also. It's very obvious, they have some kind of innocence in them with which they do it. Okay, and they have full confidence about that when they do it. First of all, why do they want to lead? Now getting into the deeper aspects of their this particular personality trait, this particular key. Okay, now understand, why do they want to lead? Why are they so authoritative? And because they have difficulties to trust. You need to know them. Their trust has been broken. They they want to lead because there's a lot of aggressivity seen, because there's a lot of insecurity inside of them. A lot of insecurity, and actually they don't even realize that they have that insecurity inside of them. And the thing is that their whole life is about discovering those inner things that are so much hidden inside of them, and that they so much have put on the back burner. They are like that, they come across like that because I've seen many Aries have gone through very difficult times in their childhood. Either it is in the form of difficult parents, either one of the parent was extremely authoritarian or strict father, or a strict mother, or an absent parent also. When one of the parent was missing, or they have noticed something about a parent that was not very right, uh, considering that they are parents, and something was not right in the childhood regarding one of the parents, and because of that they their trust somehow gets shaken inside of them, or one of the parent is too much, how would we say, exigent, once too much, pressure has been put upon that little child Aries at that particular age, like you have to do, or something extreme you are made to do, like go and do trekking on this, or go and climb this, and go or live this kind of weight. Some kind of parents of Aries have also done that for their little boys, Aries also, and for the girls also. It's like something was missing, amiss in the childhood. Attention was missing also in their lives in the childhood. Maybe they were subjected to some kind of bullying uh, during their young age, maybe at home, maybe by neighbors. Some kind of bullying has taken place, or at school, or at college day. In the college days also something happens like that. So there is a kind of a vacuum regarding attention. This is what I've noticed for Aries. And also some of the Aries also face a lot of poverty when there's not a lot of money at home. So they have to now take all the charge of everything, and they have to make themselves, and that's quite a tough thing to do. If you see, my dear loved ones of Aries, okay, so that's a tough thing to do. You have to take the responsibility of everyone and start going ahead in life, and to make yourself with all the little means that you have. So poverty also, or they have suffered some kind of loss also in their childhood, in the form of a brother, in the form of a sister, in the form of a parent, in the form of somebody that they loved very much. So what happens is that their trust is somewhere shaken inside of them, and because of that trust they are building inside through this kind of outlook, they are counterbalancing that insecurity, that lack of attention, that particular, how we say, the monk, the deficiency of something in the childhood. This they grow up with, and then they say, no, I have to be strong. I cannot show my vulnerable side, because if I show my vulnerable side, well, there are a lot of wolves around me, or there are a lot of predators around me. It becomes like that. So they become, actually inside of them, it's again that same innocent little child is inside of them, but because of this bullying, because of all these kind of things that I showed you, then they become tough, and then they would just want to lead. Then they would try to make jokes on certain people. Even they can also start being teasing people, but they will tease people who they love, like but it's an innocent teasing, like the husband will tease his wife, but in a sweet way. But at one point of time, the wife will have to put the husband, Aries husband, a bit straight, saying, now that's enough. We've had that enough. Now we are getting back to the basics, and you are not doing this in front of everyone, okay? In between us, it's okay. Yeah. So you have to show that, because the Aries is like, that exploring thing is so much inside of them that they will try it. When they are leading also, they will be very good. You have to know that they're very good leaders, my dear ones, my dear loved ones of Aries, is that they would want to lead. And as they have spent too much of time, in knowing who they are, what they are, they will want the best to come out in a particular situation. Because here again, as you have seen in the second point, is that, okay, they come across as selfish and all. So, well, if they are coming across as selfish, if you have given them a job, they will do it very well. Because if they are selfish, they are going to think about, how am I doing that particular job? And they will do it very, very well. Okay, so know that, my dear loved ones of Aries, and know that this kind of aggressivity, this kind of leading the pack also, of course, that is the Mars inside of them that gives them the energy. But at the same time, there are those things, inside of them that they have faced, and then they rise up, and then they say, now I have to go ahead in life, and I will go. And sometimes, because of all this, just in the want of leading also, they might even hurt themselves, because sometimes they take uncalculated risks, and uncalculated risks lead to losses, lead to bigger traumas in life. And because of that, then they can have problems regarding their mental health. Okay, and of course, when the mind gets affected, the body gets affected also. So here, my dear ones of Aries, you will need to be very understanding towards your Aries partner, your Aries friend, your Aries beloved, your Aries child. That you have to know that you have to give them enough attention, and also you have to channel this energy that they have. Because if this Martian energy that is inside, to lead, to go ahead, and also to fight for things also, okay, and they never give up, that you have to know. They will come up always, through anything they will come up. They will heal themselves. No matter how many pieces the heart is broken into, they will gather it, they will fix it right, and then they will again start. That is one thing about the Aries you have to know also. So where you need to take care is that channel the energies of your Aries. Because if that energy is not channeled, then what can happen is that everything can become destructive for them. Things become destructive, then destructive behaviors start, then relationship with an Aries, the marriage can end, the problem between the interpersonal problem starts. Okay, then they can become very bitter also. So you need to take care of that, my dear loved ones of Aries. So here I have given you the 3 keys to understand your lovely Aries. Yes, and know that Aries are wonderful people to be around with, because I've seen something about the Aries is that they're very truthful. No matter what, they are truthful. If they want to say whatever to you, you have to know that they are truthful. They are not liars. Okay, what people tag them as liars, they are not liars. If you're calling them liars, that means you didn't allow them to tell the truth also sometime. Means something was oppressing them and they couldn't really express themselves. And know that you need to give your Aries that love and attention, otherwise you might lose them. Know that. And you have to channel their energies properly also. Otherwise your Aries is, it's like an uncontrollable energy ball and it's going to go in all directions. And if that energy is channelized nicely, if that anger is understood, if that selfishness that you term it, and if that self-centered attitude that you feel is channeled properly, and if that straightforwardness is somehow trying to we can say mild it a bit, if you are successful in that, then definitely I would say that you have earned a wonderful, beautiful Aries for a lifetime. Yes, for a lifetime. If you are good, they stay for a lifetime. But if there are some missing pieces around, then you're going to confuse the Aries, and Aries is a child, as I said. They will move from one thing to another, just because they will feel lost over there. All right, my dear ones. So thank you for listening. And yes, my dear Aries, thank you for listening. And please do like, share, and comment. And please do share it with all those who are related to Aries in some way or another, and if you want, of course. And also please do comment some more points, so that it adds to my knowledge also about the Aries. And maybe we will have some more keys coming up in the coming few months. So thank you very much for listening, and thank you for your patience, my dear Aries. I know I've taken a lot of time to make this episode of the three keys for Aries, and I will not give excuses for that, but I apologize. Okay, bye bye. God bless. Bye.